Okay, so I think I came across something a little bit cool. While I was trying to find my game, I was looking through my files and I saw that the actual PDF or manual for the game was also downloaded as well. And I took a quick little look at it and there's some pretty cool things, but I want to pay attention to the bottom because it's giving me a description of the characters and also their dynamics between each other. And I think it's going to help me a lot because I will, be honest, I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding the story, but it's the namings because I don't know the names of certain characters. So this should help me out just a little bit. Profiles, Miku Hinasaki. Miku Hinasaki. Okay, Miku is the main character of Fatal Frame. Her family has a history of people gifted with a special sixth sense. Like the rest of her family, Miku can see things that ordinary people cannot. Because of her special ability, Miku has had a difficult time maintaining friendships. Most people she encounters find her a little strange. Mafuyu, her brother, okay, so that's the name of the brother, is the only one who accepts her for who she is. After all, he understands what she's going through. I'm wondering right now, how would I have ever found out the characters, or at least the main character's name, if I didn't read this? I was just talking and saying this character the entire time. I didn't know their name, but now I do. Okay, next character, Mafuyu Hinasaki. Mafuyu is Miku's brother. After the mysterious death of their parents, he is the only family Miku has left. Mafuyu visits the Himuro mansion in search of Takamine, a famous novelist and his mentor who has disappeared. Mafuyu also has a sixth sense and, just like his mother, can seal a spirit's soul in a photograph with a special antique camera. So that's probably the one that both characters were using in the beginning of the game. Okay, Junsei Takamine. Takamine is a famous novelist and Mafuyu's mentor. Takamine not only gave him advice about his job, but also was a good friend. Formerly a best-selling novelist, Takamine has fallen on hard times professionally. Hoping to pen a new bestseller, he researches an ancient ritual performed by the Himuro family. Deciding that a more personal investigation is required, he journeys to the Himuro mansion, accompanied by his editor and assistant. Ever since then, no one has heard from them. Okay, the next person is Miyuki Hinasaki. Miyuki is the mother of Miku and Mafuyu. Having her own keen spiritual sense, Miyuki, like her daughter Miku, spent her childhood as a social outcast. She was always very worried about the supernatural powers she may have passed down to her children. Before her mysterious death, a sickly Miyuki left her beloved antique camera to her children. Okay, the next character is Koji Ogata. Koji is Takamine's editor. He accompanied Takamine on his trip, hoping to gather materials for his own horror magazine. He has also gone missing. The last anybody heard from the three, Takamine, Koji, and Tamoi, was a report made by Koji to the editorial office. And then we have Tamoi Hirosaka. Tamoi is Takamine's assistant. She too has disappeared while visiting the Himuro mansion with Takamine and Koji. Much like Miku, Tamoi also has a sixth sense. Prior to her departure, she had an ominous premonition regarding the mansion, and now she too is missing. Okay, that's good, because now I have some background information. I finally know the names of all the characters, so I can actually reference the name properly this time without just saying, oh, that guy, or that person, or this person. So it's gonna be a lot easier for me to describe whatever it is I'm thinking. But if I remember correctly, I didn't save the game exactly where I was at, so I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a nice and cautious jog back to where it is I need to be at. Okay. What is this? There's an old book written in charcoal ink on the shelf underneath the urn. Did I read this already? Research scrap. Secret rituals of the Himuro family. Many rituals and customs have been passed down through generations of the Himuro family. Most of them are lost. The only things we have left now are some documents that record these rituals as a legend. Hardly any of the oral history remains. This is because all Himuro family members are dead, and those who are close to the family have kept quiet about the ritual. One ritual in particular, performed on December 13th, is shrouded in mystery. People who lived near the mansion stayed inside on that particular day, and even now, it is considered bad luck to leave the windows open on that date. I can only assume that this is due to the cruel nature of the ritual, but the truth remains unknown. I put the book describing the Himuro family in my file. Okay, this is good. Something else that I should have been doing earlier on is looking at the things in my file. So basically, I should have been looking at all my items, because I can interact with them. Okay, this looks like doors, but I'm gonna leave that alone for now. I want to check the rest of this room. Okay, another door. Is it just a closet? No, at least... I didn't want to come here. My instincts told me not to. And that looks like, or I'm assuming that's Tomoe Hirosaka, the researcher. Okay.
There are rock marks on my body, just like Koji.
So, if they are spirits, can I assume that they're already dead? There are several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Red notebook scrap. Okay. August 27th. The more I find out about Himuro Mansion, the creepier it gets. I'm sure it's the perfect subject matter for Mr. Takamine's next book, but to be perfectly honest, I don't like this assignment one bit. It gives me a bad feeling. Oh, okay. No. Okay, now it makes sense. Tomoe is the researcher. And right now, this is talking about doing research about the Himuro Mansion. And right now, the spirit just said that they didn't want to do this assignment. It was against their instincts. And this notebook is talking about having a bad feeling. So this has to be, well, not has to be, but it's pretty obvious that this is Tomoe's notebook. Yeah. There's no way I want to go to the mansion, but it's my job, right? I guess I'll have to go. And I wouldn't want to waste the chance to work with Mr. Takamine just because of a little bit of uneasiness either. It doesn't help I have this sixth sense for the supernatural either. There's such a thing as knowing too much sometimes. I put the piece of notebook in my file. Now, before I go down this hallway, if I even can I? Okay, let me pick this thing up right now. Herbal medicine, okay. The door is stuck fast. I tried pulling on it, but it wouldn't budge. Okay, let me go back into that previous room and then open the double doors, if I can call that. But first, what is this? What is this? A medicine? There's a roll of film inside the closet. Type 37 film, I'll take it. Okay, let's go back into the room. The way the music cuts out and there's a pause for maybe a second and a half where you don't hear any music at all. I don't know if that's intentional. Oh, it's just a balcony. I see something in the corner. Shiny, shiny. There's something in the dark. Herbal medicine. Is that a silhouette? It looks, I don't want to say it looks like a statue, but it just looks like a statue. But here's the thing though, why would there be light illuminating? Is that even proper phrasing? Why would there be light in a room for there to even be a shadow, you know? Oh yeah, I can take a photo. There's a dead tree. No stars in the night. A building right here. Okay. Nah, nothing really too crazy. Let me go back inside. But why did it say there's something in the dark though? Okay, can I see what's inside the silhouette thing? The sliding screen paper's torn. I can see into the room. Rows of old books. A library. Pardon me, gotta take a sip of my fresh, hot cup of coffee. Cheers. One of the issues with drinking coffee, outside of drinking coffee this late, is how it dehydrates my tongue. At very least for me specifically. It makes it incredibly hard to talk when your tongue feels like sandpaper sometimes. Oh, I can go downstairs. Cutscene. Mufuyu? That's our brother, right?
Mafuyu.
Yeah, correct.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys! I need help! Am I supposed to know who you are? Why do you move fast? You move fast. You move fast. Hold on. Triangle. Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. Get back. You get back. Hold on. Take a picture. Take a picture. Where are you at? That's good damage. Ow. Get off. I'm just pressing buttons. Where are you? What? Hold on. How do I heal? Is it the medicine? Probably the medicine. What are you talking about? How do you heal? What does a medicine do? Heal? Use this item? Yes. Okay, I'm back to full health. Let me take your picture. Say cheese. Okay, this is a little bit of annoying. In a good way, though. Stop. Okay, stop clicking triangle. 1, 2, 3. Did I kill it? Get some distance, get some distance, get some distance. Turn around. That should be enough. 50 damage. What are you talking about? Get off. This should be the last camera that I need to take, or the last picture. They should be dead right now. Or can a ghost even really be dead? They dodged every single one! I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Let me take another sip of coffee. Which... would taking a sip of coffee even help with... Just take the sip. Ah, the flavors! Ah, this coffee is getting me energized. Turn around. Thank you. Okay. That was a close one. This place, it's dangerous. Okay, let me heal myself first, because that one spirit took so much health off of me. I hope that... I mean, I don't know yet, but I hope that's just one of little... I don't want that to be the common spirit. If I'm always running into that every single time, I might have an issue. This might be bad for me. Because I'm used to the weaker ones, if I can call it that. Hold on. Something special. Something special. Type 37 film, but what's that sound? I can pick that up. Something shiny. There's an old scroll among the fallen candles. Strangling ritual. Strangling ritual. On the 13th day of the 12th month, a maiden, cut off from the outside world for 3,669 long days, shall be torn apart to provide power to the rope. 3,669 days? I put the old document in my file. That's a very specific set of numbers. Oh, take the picture. Wandering woman. I can hardly hear what that spirit said. There are several pieces of paper on the shelf. They look like part of a red notebook. Red notebook scrap. September 11th, 6:30 a.m. I saw that woman in the white kimono again. She's trying to tell me something. She knows I have this special sense for ghostly things. The woman's name is Kiri. So, it's Kiri, huh? I shouldn't get any closer than this. I don't want to get any closer. I'm scared. I put the file, or excuse me, I put the piece of notebook in my file. Okay, that spirit in the red jacket has to be Tomoe. There's too many instances of talking about the Sixth Sense. Okay. Let me pick this up first. There's something. Okay, Spirit Stone. Okay, if I take a picture of the sort of I don't know how you describe distorted. If I take a picture of the distorted things, it should give me something to do, right? Or something like a picture. Yeah. Some other place shows in the photo. I wonder if there's something there. Let me check my files first. Red notebook scrap. Okay, look at the bottom. Assistant Hirosaka's notes 2. Anxiety about Himuro assignment. Assistant Hirosaka. So that's confirming that the red spirit, or rather the owner of the red notebook, is Tomoe. Okay. And then this is editor Ogata's. Red notebook is Tomoe. Research notes is Koji. The editor is Koji, Tomoe's the assistant, and Takamine's the author. Perfect. I know all the names now. Okay, I saw, I think, a door in this corner, though. Where could that lead me to? Save point. I love seeing save points. Okay, I saved my game, so now I feel a bit more confident in whatever it is that I do. There's something on the floor. More medicine. You know, at first I was concerned about how much medicine I was receiving, thinking that, I don't know, I was gonna lose a ton of health and then I would have to use the medicine, which now, after that little encounter with that spirit, is the right answer. I do need every single piece of medicine, so whenever I get those, I will not be annoyed. There are silver pieces of paper on the floor. It looks like part of a notebook. So this is Tomoe. No. Black notebook. September 13th, 9:30 a.m. We found Ogata's body. His head, hands, and feet were strangled off. What happened to him is just like the strange deaths that occurred here long ago. There was a photo of Ogata near him. In it, there was something that looked like ropes on his neck, arms, and legs. I wonder if it has anything to do with the rope shrine maidens in the legends around here. The girls that had ropes tied to their neck, arms, and legs too. September 13th, 12:10 p.m. Okay, that's a long time actually. So this is between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tomoe is acting strangely. She's been mumbling nonsense all morning. Something about ropes and mirrors. I can't blame her for going to pieces though, after seeing what happened to Ogata. I put the piece of notebook in my file. So I'm assuming, which it's not really an assumption because it's the obvious answer. The black notebook is novelist Takamine's notes. Okay, cool. So now we have the trio. The black notebook is Takamine's, the red notebook is Tomoe's, and the research notes are Koji's. Koji Ogata, Tomoe, Hirosaka, and Takamine. Cool. Perfect. I know everybody's names. It's so good being aware of the characters' names and background. I don't feel like I'm in the dark anymore. There is an old scroll on the bare ground. 5 stones document. Give thanks to the 5 gods' protection. Place the stone representing the 5 mirrors in the correct location. I put the old document in my file. Can I open this door? The door is closed fast. Why is there no music, by the way? I don't know why there's no music. Himuro family crest. It probably unlocks the door, but it's broken. I don't know. The music. Where is it at? If it plays, if I go back into this room and it plays music, then I think it was just a normal thing. Okay, never mind. I thought my game was bugged. Okay, so I took a picture of this paper on the door. And if I look at my files, storehouse. So on the bottom it says door and candle room. It shows some place with a row of chests. So I'm just gonna assume that I need to find wherever this picture was taken at. Okay. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. Open the store. Thank you very much. Pardon me. So did I come from this direction or did I bend the corner right here? That's an interesting camera angle. Okay, there is a small piece of paper in the crevice. I think I can reach it. Okay, old news article. On the night of 3rd, the police received a report that 4 children failed to return home after 9 p.m. There is an old superstition in the surrounding villages about children being snatched away by ghosts, and some villagers indeed suspect that this is what has happened to the 4 kids. I put the news article in my file. Some creepy piece of information, thank you. Okay. This goes upstairs, but I don't feel like I've checked everything here yet. This is new. Yeah, this is definitely new. Something shiny. Let me read it. Red notebook scrap. September 10th, 8 o'clock p.m. I clearly saw the image of a woman in front of the mirror near the entrance. She had long hair and a white kimono. There were ropes tied to her arms and legs, and she dragged them along when she walked. I think I heard Koji talk about something like that too. There's something very wrong about this mansion. Okay, I put the piece of notebook in my file. Okay, cool. Something of note is these little files also include the date in which they were written down. And I'm trying to see what was the exact day that they walked inside of this mansion. So September 11th, they saw the woman again, so that implies that they were already inside. Because the earliest I can think of September 10th. I clearly saw near the entrance. I clearly saw the image of a woman in front of the mirror near the entrance. Okay, that basically implies that they're about to enter the mansion. So for right now, they got inside of the mansion on September 10th. Now, I wonder, what was the longest that they've been inside? September 13th. So 2 days, 3 days, depends on how you want to look at it. Okay, cool. That just gives me some further clarity and context, you know? Because did they die one by one? Did they die quickly on the same day? Blah, blah, blah. So that kind of answers my question. So I think it was a one-by-one basis. Toji, the editor, the one that wants to have their own magazine, they died first. I basically know the story now, or at least the beginning parts. Okay, another thing shining on the floor. Something at my feet. Type 14 film, I'll take it. It's effectively my ammunition, and my camera is basically a gun. But it's kind of cool that instead of it being a literal quote-unquote weapon, it's a camera, which is a little bit unique. And plus the game is called Fatal Frame. Okay. I think this is everything. Oh, no. Pick this up. The window is nailed shut from the outside. I can't look outside. Okay. There is an old book of rice paper on the ground. It's written in charcoal ink. Research scrap. Okay. The mystery of the rope Maiden. Among the few documents found on the ritual, mention of the rope shrine maiden is made many times. Her arms, legs, and neck are bound by 5 ropes. However, no documents discuss the role she plays in the ritual. Rope Shrine Maiden. Okay. One theory is that she is a sacrificial lamb, but I find it hard to believe that such a cruel ritual is practiced. I put the book describing the Himuru family in my file. Speaking of which, file. Now, okay, so there's notebook, as in so there's a whole category for notebook, and there's a category for scraps. And my thing is, are these just pieces of information that was already inside the mansion? No, so I read that already. Okay, I read this already. Okay. So it's just information that wasn't written by one of the characters. Okay, okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. So the scrolls, the scraps, those go into their own file. Something is reflecting light in the dark. Sacred water. Let me look at this more. Item. Sacred water. Water from sacred mountain springs. It fully restores energy. Okay. That's just a super strong medicine. That's fine by me. Okay, let me go backwards. Whoa. Did it just... The audio in my ears is going side to side. Get some distance, get some distance, get some distance. Did you just turn... Got your picture. Thank you for the flick. Run, run, run. Oh, I'm good. You know, I have a comment about the enemy types. I appreciate... I don't know. Well, English, I appreciate the subtlety of them. It's not some blaring loud noise that plays in your headphones and something just running headfirst towards you. It's a very subtle... And then the music eases in and you hear the groan... Hello? As I was saying, I do appreciate the subtlety of the spirits. I was gonna call them monsters, but I want to be a bit more specific. Okay, what room is this again? Okay, that's the room with the candles. There's light. Can I interact with the window? No, okay. Okay, this is like a door. Okay, there are buttons with characters. This device must open the door. There's engraving underneath, but it's gouged. Can only read some. Okay, one little comment outside of the game. It's more about the whole text. I think I don't know what it is, but it's fine by me, but some of the phrasing in these pieces of text on the bottom are kind of written funny. For example, there is engraving underneath. I would read that as there are engravings underneath. So in my mind, I'm already thinking of how the sentence should be played out. But then my mind, or excuse me, my eyes are seeing what's in front of me. And so my mind and my eyes are both fighting each other on what they're supposed to be saying versus what's actually being said. So it might be a little bit difficult to read things perfectly the first time. But it is what it is. I can just barely make out the Shinto ritual, strangling, and held on the day of from the gouged out words. Shinto ritual, strangling, and held on the day of the gouged out words. Hold on, didn't I? Hold on. Notebook. I read something that had very plainly read text with numbers, which I'm gonna assume is what I'm supposed to be using for whatever this puzzle is. Okay, no, that's not it. That's not it. It wasn't a notebook, no, it was a scrap. 5 stones. Strangling ritual. Okay. On the 13th day of the 12. 13, 12. Okay. So am I supposed to do 1, 3, 1, 2 instead of 13, 12? But there's also 3, 6, 6, 9. Okay. I'm gonna try 1, 3, 1, 2. I mean, this looks like it could be a clock. So this would be 1. This, excuse me, not 1. What am I talking? Well, yeah, 1. This would be 1. This would be 3. Then this would be 1, and this would be 2. And then I click. Nothing happens. It looks like I entered the wrong numbers. 6, 6, 9. Nothing happens. It looks like I entered the wrong number. Okay, so there are 10 options. And so there's 10 options and I need 4 digits, but I put in 3, 6, 6, 9. But again though, that's assuming whatever I'm looking at is supposed to be a clock. It might not even be a clock in the first place. Hold on, let me look at my files. That's scraps. What about notebooks? Mafuyu's notebook. It is very convenient that there are descriptions on the bottom of the screen. Mansion, missing novelist, editor's body, anxiety about Himu's assignments, folklorist, chart of this is like, this looks like the right thing. Chart for numbers. There it is. There it is. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I guess each one has a special meaning. I'll figure out the rest later. I'm not gonna remember any of that, so I'm gonna take a photograph using my cellular device. Oops. Okay, quick little photograph. The flash is on. Alright, this is good actually. I was kind of concerned that I wouldn't find the trick, quote unquote, to the puzzle. Or most of the time, whenever it comes to puzzles like that, I always try to think a little bit too deep. So I am glad that I got an answer to my questions kind of fast. Yeah, so I am glad that there is a chart. That just makes things a lot more easier for me. Okay. 1, 3, 3, 6, 6, 9. Okay, I'm gonna put in 3, 6, 6, 9 first. So a 3 looks like a triangle with a 3 beneath it. Okay, that's 3. And a 6 looks like plus minus plus minus. Look right there. So that's the second one, and then it's a 9 now. The 9 looks like a stick man dancing, which is this one. Did I get it wrong? Let me do that one more time. Okay, I got it wrong. Okay. I'm gonna try 1, 3, 1, 2, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 1, 3. So the 1 looks like the letter E. 1. Then 3 is the one from the previous attempt. 1, 3, and then we could just go back to 1. And then 2 looks like a fish hook. Fish hook. Okay, cool. That's a nice little puzzle. The door unlocked. Okay, no spirits so far. What are you looking at? Was I supposed to be seeing something? Oh, suit of armor? That's just a box. Why did I take my camera out? Okay. Oh, something shiny. The cabinet seems to hold various small items. Now, I'm trying to touch the shiny thing. Medicine, okay. This looks like the place I'm supposed to be at. Yep, I'm here. I'm in the right spot. So, do I take a picture? Or do I have to go upstairs? Let me go upstairs. On the second floor, excuse me, to be more specific. It's literally the same thing. Upstairs, second floor. What am I talking about? Kind of a slow animation. I heard something move. Or rather, I heard shelves or drawers being opened and closed. Something's reflecting the light from my flashlight. Spirit stone. I still need to find a use for those. The only things I've been using this entire time are medicine and film. So I need to look into using the other items as well. Climbing down the ladder. I feel a powerful presence from the back of the room. Oh boy. Oh, the blue thing is glowing when I get close. Oh, seductress. The strong ghostly scent has disappeared. That was easy. Okay. I don't mind things being easy. I just don't want things to get hard. I'm looking for my older brother, Mafuyu. Okay. This is the candle room. And I should be able to open the door now. Should be. Don't mind me. I don't know who turned on the lights in here, if it's supposed to be abandoned. No more talisman. The force that was holding the door shut is gone. And you can open it. Open sesame. Oh, some nice ketchup on the floor. Alright. Sorry. The flash is so bright, I'm sorry. Some other place shows in the photo. Okay. I'll just go the other direction here. Can I move? Hello? I'm with the paparazzi. Can I take your photo? I think I'm fine. What are you trying to say? Pick this up off the floor. There are several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Okay, so this is the black one. So this is Takamine's. September 13th, 3 o'clock p.m. Tomoe's condition is getting worse and worse. She can't stop shaking, and she keeps mumbling the same words over and over. I don't know if what's happening is anything supernatural or not, but in any case, I think we'd better leave as soon as possible. Tomoe is in such bad shape, she can't even move. I guess I'll have to look for a way out of here myself. Even if we waited for help, I doubt anyone will ever come looking for us. I put the piece of a notebook in my file. So you just left your partner? You left them to die. You coward. Okay, let me focus. I have a job to do. Pick this up. There's an audio tape on the shrine staircase. Red tape 2. And opposed to last time where I wasn't listening to the audio tapes, I can listen to... Okay. Go to item and red tape 2. I can listen to this now.
September 11th, 8:16 p.m. We looked all over the mansion, but we still couldn't find Koji. While true that this mansion is huge, I'm certain we would have found him by now. Could we have already left? He's been saying something about more ropes since we took some photos yesterday.
Okay, that sounds, or that's probably Tomoe talking about Koji, and they're about their little, when Koji takes the picture and they see ropes, or what looks like to be ropes on his arms, legs, and neck. Okay. Can I open these doors? Probably not. This looks like the same door inside of that cave thing. Yeah, same seal. The door is closed fast. Himaru family crest. It probably unlocks the door, but it's broken. That's fine by me. I know for not a fact, but I have a very sneaky suspicion that this little building is a little bit too well designed to not be scary inside. You know? Just using my gamer's intuition. Oh, hello.
Save me.
Mr. Takamine, save me. Oh, that's a good question. We've been hearing, well, at least in the first part, there's been a bunch of spiritual, what would you call it if you see a spirit in general? If you just see it walking somewhere. Sightings. Yes, there's been sightings of Koji's spirit and sightings of Tomoe's spirit, but where's the spirit of Takamine? Did he do something to them? Probably not. Based off of his notebooks, he's probably a victim as well. I'm just thinking. Okay, cutscene. I was about to say. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, the picture. Isn't this place the picture that I'm supposed to be looking for? File, photos, water wheel and photo. Okay, I'm here, perfect. My gosh. What? The sounds. Why are you watching? Okay, this is whoa. Okay, that's. There's an audio tape at my feet. Red tape 3. Something. Oh my goodness, my camera. Whenever a bunch of light is just thrown into a room, the camera decides to start tweaking out. I think it's when it's overexposed. That's probably the proper term. When the camera gets overexposed, the settings start to tweak out. But something interesting is they mentioned the name of the spirit. Previously, they said Kire. And now, this spirit right here, the tall one, that looks like they're wearing a white kimono. So maybe the person they've been talking about in all the notes about a person in a white kimono is this particular spirit. And that spirit's name is Kire. So, writing that down inside of my mind. Okay. Okay, cool. I was wondering when I was going to get some sort of indicator that I'm supposed to take a photo. Okay, take the photo right now. Woman pulled in. The talisman has been removed. Okay. Now, I could go into the ominous mist across this little bridge, or I can go back and open that door that was closed off by the talisman. I'm gonna go back. Okay. It's funny being outside when you've been walking around inside the entire time, you know? Again, there's no music. Kind of unnerved. Don't feel so good. Okay. Is there a door here? Oh no, it's a completely different talisman in general. Okay. Some other place shows in the photo. Okay, so I'm starting to understand the type of flow for this game. You might run into a little bit of a roadblock. You take a picture, you get a hint for where you need to go, you go to that place using the hints, you gain information, maybe a cutscene or two, and then you can go back to where you were roadblocked and see what happens next. For example, here, this door should be opened. No more talisman, the force that was holding the door shut is gone. Okay, open sesame. Is that a good thing or... Okay. This is... Okay, this is kind of convenient. This is the room that I'm supposed to be in. Let me close the door. Why would I need to close the door? If I'm going against spirits, they can just walk through the door like Danny Phantom, you know? Oh, never mind. The door closes by itself. Incredible. Okay. Some dolls. Window. Oh, no. Many Japanese dolls on a red mat. Yes. I can take the photo right here. Thank you for the picture. Was that not it? I just took the wrong photo. Oh, right there. I'm confused. Child onlooker. Oh, that's disgusting. Excuse me? Take... Where? Get back, get some distance, I don't like children in horror games or horror movies. Where? Big damage. Ew, the way it's... Even though I can hardly see it, just knowing that it's crawling on the floor is a little bit weird. Where? No damage? Okay. I'm gonna try to take... Are we serious? Get off me. Kick it. Well, you can't kick a spirit. Unless... Where? Please. I can't take the picture. Pardon me? Hold on. I'm about to die. Give me the medicine. Okay, should be good. Get some distance. This is one spirit, by the way. I'm not going against 2 or 3. I'm going against 1. And a child at that. Okay, that should be it. It's still alive. Okay, good. I think it was gonna do its own special move or something. Again, with this game, it's not just specifically being scared. It's a combination of being cautious and incredibly uncomfortable with some things. The camera, the music, the aesthetic, actually, as well. Kirie. Okay, I've been pronouncing it wrong then. It's Kirie, not Kiri. Quinoa. Okay, many Japanese dolls on a red mat, yes, but I want to interact with this shiny thing. There's something shiny on the shelf. Spirit stone. I have to find out what I can do with that. I have too many of those for it to not mean something or to not be used. There are several pieces of paper on the shelf. They look like part of a red notebook, so Tomoe's notebook. Okay. September 12th, 1:45 p.m. My sixth sense is telling me some children are playing here. I can't see them, but they keep calling to me. Are they playing tag? Or hide and seek? Maybe? I said that completely wrong. The timing was so off. Okay, they might be the children in that photo. True. September 12th, 4:30 p.m. There were human heads in that room. So many of them. They were cut off by the Himuru family master. They were all trying to tell me something. I never should have come here. I should have trusted that sixth sense of mine. I put the piece of notebook in my file. That's true. Imagine having borderline superpowers or just having a power in general. And the one use of your power is to help inform you to not do what you did. For example, if you can see dead people, why would you go into the mansion that has very sketchy dead people? Okay, a doll with long hair and a white kimono. It's roped off with the sacred ropes. Excuse me. It's roped off with sacred ropes. Worshipped. Hold on. Let me read that one more time because I'm thinking, is this little figure supposed to represent the smaller ghost that we keep seeing? The doll's hair is so long, I can't see her face. Oh, I can't even read it again. Okay, unfortunate. But this room in general is creepy. I need to get out. Okay, since I found the picture of the dolls, I should be able to go around here, go straight, and there should be another door. Excuse me? It can fly, it can fly. What happens if I go into the other room? Ow! Stop it. I'm locked in, no? Now, I did expect the ghost to walk through the door, but if it's the case where if you can make it into a different room and you're safe, I will abuse that. I'm not above abusing cheesy tactics. Okay, I think I'm fine. Am I? Okay, I think I'm fine. I like how the ghosts, they don't just spawn in the same way. One might spawn in because it's dropping down, which is probably an implication of how they died. One might spawn in from the floor crawling, which again might be an implication of how they died. So I do appreciate the variety of that. Okay. No music, by the way. No more talisman. The force that was holding the door shut is gone. Open sesame. Oh, this... Okay, that's... I have one job. Take the photo. Okay, that answers my question then. So, Takamine is dead. Okay. So, sidebar. So, if there's two ghosts that are being mentioned, one of them is the smaller girl that keeps pointing, or at least pointed to a direction in the beginning of the game. We don't know the name of that one, but they keep talking about Kirie, and I'm assuming that's a taller one. Now, is it two separate ghosts, or is it the same ghost? Like a child version and an adult version? I think we'll find out soon enough. Pick this up on the floor. There's something shiny on the floor. Lighter. There's a little bit of oil left inside. It has J. Takamine engraved on the back. Several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Okay, his personal notebook. September 14th. Okay, that's the farthest... No, excuse me. That's the latest date that we have so far. So, he's been alive for 3 days plus. That woman that Tomoe called Kirie looks just like the descriptions of the rope shrine maiden in the legends. And there's a strong resemblance too between the way Tomoe and Ogata died and the manner of the deaths in the folklore. So that woman is the rope shrine maiden? Is she... I put the piece of notebook in my file. Okay. The story is getting juicy. It's succulent, tender. Woman at corner. Wait! Tomoe! I'm sorry, the voice that I do sometimes, it's funny to me. There are several pieces of paper on the floor. It looks like part of a notebook, okay? Red notebook scrap this time. The mirror is breaking. Smash! A broken mirror. People on the floor. All over the mansion. So many people. All those people. What are they running from? And then at the end, with such desperate looks on their faces. Something's coming this way. From deep within the mansion. A coldness. It's colder than anything I've ever felt. I don't know anymore if this is a dream or real. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I read it like that. I thought it was a creepy, silly, goofy type of character saying that stuff. But then I think this is somebody who was a victim. So, apologies. Let me be a little bit more serious, maybe. Okay, this leads me right back to... Never mind, this is indoors? Or a cave system? Hold on. Let me get a better look of this place first before I just start walking forward. Okay, I think I see a wall. Okay, it's not that big. It's not that big. Whenever I hear water drops and some sort of reverb, I'm thinking of a cave. There's something at my feet. Thank you for the medicine. What happens if I fall inside? Nothing bad, I hope. How deep is that water? Oh no. Oh no. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Dodge it, dodge it, dodge it. Did you go to the left? Hold on. I need a better... I need some more distance. I don't know what that animation was. Turn around. Did it just say he is coming? Who's coming? That's good damage. That's good damage. Get back, get back, get back. No, wrong button. I'm having a hard time seeing them. No, move. The audio quality being kind of poor makes it a bit more creepy. Okay, first things first. I gotta use the sacred water. Perfect. Maybe I should have saved that. Maybe that was actually a bad decision. Okay. Let me just go here. I'm already in too deep. I have to kill this thing. One more shot. One more shot. Turn your face to the side. Thank you. There is something on the ground where the ghost stood. Red tape 4. Only a little bit has been used. Now that's interesting. The ghosts so far, or the spirits or ghosts, it doesn't really matter. The ghosts that have been appearing have usually always looked a certain type of way with their clothes. For example, it's always been this very feudal looking type of style. You know, I don't know, kimonos and goat, not gown. I don't know what the term is properly. But this particular ghost, I mean, is that even true? I was gonna say that it looks as if there are older ghosts, and then depending on the clothes, you can tell which is a newer ghost, because that ghost we just took a picture of and sent them back to the Shadow Realm. They were wearing kind of modern clothes. But again, though, that's why I keep saying, when does this game take place? Because if it's taking place in the 90s, the 80s, the 60s, I can kind of gauge how far along am I. For example, if this is taking in the early 90s or late 90s, I can say, oh, that ghost right now, pretty modern, pretty recent. But if it's in the, I don't know where I'm going with that. Maybe you know. Hey, man. There are several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Okay, this is the Tomoe's notebook then. A little girl in a white kimono keeps pleading to me. I can't keep my mind focused, but her voice rings in my head and won't leave. But what does she want me to do for her? I can't even get out of this mansion anymore. Broken. 5 pieces. The mirror. Tell Mr. Takamine the way to break the curse. So, that's obviously Tomoe trying to write down something, but it's kind of funny imagining them struggling and writing down a dramatic way of what's happening. Just imagine that. Like, okay, I'm gonna write this in this way, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of a pause for dramatic effect. You know? Kind of funny to think about. Oh my goodness. There are buttons with characters. This device must open the door. Okay, so if the other one was 1312, this should be 3669. And it looks like the actual position of each of the characters is in the same spot, so this should be pretty simple. 3, 6, 6. Imagine I get this. Perfect, perfect. Human brain. Human brain. The door unlocked. No way. Okay, let me look at the map. Let me look at the map. I haven't been looking at the map at all. Okay. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. So, I've been going into the eastern direction, which is the backyard. And I have to remember that I can walk backwards and go to the abyss, which is kind of named in a scary way. Okay. Let's go down. I'm scared. But I have to remember. My older brother. He's somewhere here. I just have to find him. Mafuyu! Mafuyu! Hold on, take a photo. Take a photo. Let me see what I'm working with. Okay. My main point in taking out the photo is just to get myself accustomed to the... Thank you. Thank you. Man in backyard. As I was saying... Whoa, 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 excuse me. Okay. Okay.
I must hurry. I'm beginning to show rope marks.
Okay, so at the very least, Takamine, and I guess by extension, Tomoe, were aware that Oh my goodness, my camera. Here we go again. Okay, as I was saying, it seems that both Takamine and Tomoe were aware that seeing the rope marks was a bad sign that you're gonna die soon. And they know this because they've seen what happened to their other partner, the editor, Koji. So it's kind of cool that he realized what was gonna happen to him. But based off of seeing his spirit, we know what happened to him. It looks like an old well. There's a lid on it, and I can't see inside. Well, let's take a look. Hardy, hard. I can't move the lid of the well. Okay. No, what's that shiny thing? No. Shiny thing. No, I'm not talking about the well. Let me pick up the shiny thing. I'm like a cat. I see light and I want to look at it. There's an oh no, I have multiple tapes. I haven't been listening to them. Okay, there's an audio tape on the well. Blue tape. An audio tape with the blue label looks like it's half used. Oh, okay. So, I have the previous tape from the bathhouse, if that's the proper map name. Let me see. Fish tank room. Okay, so I have a tape from the fish room, and I also have this tape right here. So, red tape 4. So these are both new. Okay, let me listen to this one.
Since we met that girl, I've seen many strange visions. All the ghosts in the mansion howl and scream at me. I don't think they'll ever let me out of this mansion. I don't even know how long I can hold on to my sanity. Anyway, I'm leaving this tape. If ever someone listens to this, please tell me what has happened to me. But still, I hope it's just a dream.
That's unfortunate. Okay, blue tape 1. An audio tape with the blue label. Got it from on top of the well. Use this item, yes.
September 12th, 3:20 p.m. I know this sounds crazy, but there's something here besides us in this mansion. I've seen it myself. It was a woman in a white kimono. Something is definitely happening here. Have we unknowingly awakened something? Or perhaps we've been lured here to die?
Okay. Now I can say with confidence that there are 2 separate people or 2 separate ghosts that are also wearing kimonos, because they keep saying the girl in the white kimono, and now they're saying the woman in the white kimono. Just making a note of that detail. It's kind of subtle, which I like about this. I like the story as well, actually. Because, again, the whole concept of using a camera, Japanese folklore, it's just cool all around. Well, hold on. I see something special. I see a save point. Man, playing Alien Isolation has just conditioned me to always save my game. And plus, on another note, not another note, but still related, older games are notorious for having very ruthless checkpoints and save points. For example, in an older game, you can play however long you want. If you don't save on your PS2 or whatever, and you didn't save, too bad. Go all the way back. Okay, something is reflecting light in the dark. Spirit Stone. Okay, save my game. Wondering why I have 2 saves? I think I left. It's weird. With emulation, you can save the game without being inside of the game. So there is a version where I just left the game on. So there's a version of the game that I just left idle. And so the timer was just going up and up and up. And I don't like that because I want to know how much time that I'm using. So then I can look back at it and maybe make a couple of comments and here and there. So I made a separate save of, how do I even explain that? Okay, so if you're wondering why I have 2 saves, the emulator keeps the game on, even if you're not playing. So if the game's on, your timer is going to keep going up and up and up. But for me, I don't like the idea of looking at how many hours I have and saying, oh, I played this for 4 hours, when in reality, it's more like 2 1/3. So I made a separate save file and only used that file as my play file, if that makes sense. So whenever I can look back and maybe make a couple of comments and see, oh, it took me 30 minutes just to do that part, something like that, it's going to be accurate. So that's why I have 2 save files. Cool. Finish saving. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, let me go around here. Cutscene.
Tell him what?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my goodness. Tell him what? Tell me why. Ain't nothing better. That's a good picture. That's a good picture. That's a very good picture. That's a very good picture. Are the ghosts getting harder to kill? If you can even kill a ghost, what am I talking about? That's the entire point of being a ghost, you're already dead. Okay. I don't like that damage. I need to increase that. Bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. He's a phantom. Da, 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 da. Oh, you're close. Get off. Oh, that's some good damage. Okay, I think one more photo and I should be good. Sayonara. I missed it. $60. No, I need at least 2 more. Move! Okay. One more photo. One more photo. Hold on, let me fake him out. Going to the left. I didn't realize how much health I didn't have. No. Yep. I don't like that. I don't like how close you are. I can't let you get close. Yep. I just wasted a film. 90 damage. Okay, I don't know if this Type 37 film is really all that it was made up to be. It's not as strong as I thought. You're behind me. Wrong button. Pardon me. Yep. Hold it. Sayonara. Wait, where did you go? Goodbye. Okay. Look at the outfit. It's semi-modern. The mirror. What was that sound? It was like... Oh. You know what? Actually, here's a good idea. Instead of using one singular film for everything. I'll use one type of film for interacting with my environments, and I'll use the other film for combat scenarios. Okay. Let me switch my film. Cool. I'm on the blue film. And now, if I take a photo... Girl turning. Why did I do that? Okay. I think we're safe. For now. I don't know if whoa, English. I don't know if I said this already, but again, the design, the layout, the environments, the way they're designed. Did I just say design 2 times? I think I did. I like it a lot. I'm sorry for saying the most basic phrasing. I like it a lot, but again, I just like it a lot. September 14th, 8 o'clock p.m. In the materials Tamoy gathered for me, there's a paragraph about 5 pieces of mirror passed down through the Himuro family for generations. These pieces were said to seal off the Hell Gates and protect the region from a great disaster. They might have something to do with the current hellish situation. 5 holy mirrors and shrines around the area all broke in a small earthquake the other day. When I heard about it, it gave me the idea for this next work of mine. I think I brought a news article about it with me when I came here. It says there are only 5 holy mirrors in existence. But according to some legends, there's another, the true holy mirror. The folklorists also mentioned this in his research documents, the ones I found here in the mansion. I think I dropped a research document somewhere when I was trying to escape that cursed woman. Okay, so the pieces of paper, the scraps, I guess, where it had a bunch of information about the mansion, the history, etc., those ones were brought along with Takamine and his crew. Okay, now that makes sense. Because I was making the comment about how these ones were different from the notebooks and who could have brought on these ones, but now I know they came with them. Okay, here are my theories. I think that the 5 mirrors that were destroyed in the earthquake the other day had the role of watching over the true holy mirror. I don't think it was the earthquake that broke the 5 holy mirrors in the shrines. I think it was a signal that the seal on the Hellgate that the Himuro of Truth... What the... Whoa! In my mind, it's like I'm reading a run-on sentence. Pardon me. I think it was a signal that the seal on the Hellgate that the Himuro True Holy Mirror provides... Okay, now I know for a fact that I'm not the one at fault here entirely. I do sometimes slip up while I'm reading, but again, the way that this is phrased, it's kind of weird. It's not my way of thinking. But again, here's an example of a little bit of a hiccup. Provides. Now I have to read the Himuro True Holy Mirror. It sounds like some sort of trademarked toy product that every company has to put inside of their little product website, and you always see the little TM on the side. Like, try out the new Burger King quarter pounder. Like, you know what I mean? Let me read this one more time. I think it was a signal that the seal on the Hell Gate that the Himuro True Holy Mirror provides had broken for some reason. The 5 mirrors were trying to warn us. I put the piece of notebook in my file. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Cheers. If you're wondering, I put in hazelnut creamer, some sugar, and medium roast. That's the perfect cup of coffee. Oh, French vanilla is also equally as good in my opinion. Is this in the forest? I was gonna say I'm free, but I forgot that we're looking for our older brother. Mafuyu. Okay, This... Oh my god, I didn't know I can move my flashlight. That's cool. Left to right to left, left, right. Okay. This, let me actually, instead of just running forward, let me walk slowly. Because this little arrangement is so cinematic. It's incredible. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies.
Just one more Buddha statue, and the holy mirror will be...
Will be what? Complete? Okay, I was hearing something here. And... if I take a photo... Upwards. Up, up, up. No. Okay, warped man. I wonder what I get, if anything at all, for taking pictures of different spirits. I don't know, I'll see. Go up the stairs. Take a flick. Some other place shows in the photo. Okay, now it's all coming together. So I can go all the way back towards the watery, kind of foggy area. Okay, cool. That's cool. I put the photo in my file. Okay, what's on the floor? There's a box of film. Is it green or blue? Ooh, green. Thank you. Invisible wall. Fine by me. Oh, one more thing on the floor. Something is reflecting light in the dark. Stone mirror. A beautiful stone polished to a mirror-like finish. It possesses strange powers. Okay, invisible wall. Okay, cool. That's basically the game telling me or giving me the green light to go all the way back. Which at some point in time I was planning to do so, but having the game guide me in that direction gives me a ton of confidence that I'm doing things the right way. If there even is a right way. Open the door. And you can move and aim the flashlight at the same time. Even though the placement of the light doesn't really make a difference, because I can see everything. Wait a minute. Oh, no. I was going to say, maybe having the flashlight makes it easier to see the spirits while they're moving around so I can have an easier time in combat. Okay, I have to try that out. I saw something sparkling right here. Something's reflecting light in the dark. Medicine? Stone mirror. Okay. You are already carrying the maximum number allowed for this item. Okay. I'll just have to remember to come back here. But I don't know what I can use the stone mirror for. I guess we'll find out. On Dragon Ball Z. Okay. The lack of music is kind of scaring me. But I have a mission. To find my older brother. Mafuyu. Excuse me. $90 damage. Okay, you notice the clothing on that spirit? It looks old. It doesn't look modern at all. Hold on. Get a better angle. It's robes. Thank you. You can go to rest now. Oops. Okay, I kind of want to... I want to save my game. Right now, I'm thinking, is it do I take the 30 to 40 seconds walking all the way back to save my game? Or do I keep going forward and risk dying? And then I have to do everything all over again. I'm gonna save my game. We're back inside of the house. Okay, there's stairs. Wait a minute. Go around? No, I can't. Okay. Go up the stairs. Hello? Mafuyu. Where are you? Mafuyu? Mafuyu! Small door. Old news article. The girl, who has been found after 3 days of mysterious disappearance, has been adopted. Mr. Hinasaki, a close friend of Mr. Ryozo Minakata, also missing, will adopt the girl. The girl's parents were missing even after she returned, so the police was looking for a foster home or adoptive family. The girl does not remember anything from her disappearance, and the 3 other children are still missing. I put the news article in my file. Gotcha. There's a small door here, but it's nailed shut. I can't open it. Okay. Hey, you. Going across the hall, up the stairs once more. Should I have something to pull apart the nail boards? Nail bars, what am I saying? The nail boards. Okay, there's an old book of rice paper on the ground. It's written in charcoal ink. Research scrap, okay. The Legend of the Holy Mirrors. The Mirrors of the 5 Gods. The Holy Mirrors, held in 5 shrines in this region, are most commonly known as the Mirrors of the 5 Gods. The legend tells that the 5 gods, before leaving this land, created these mirrors as a means of protecting the village. Some legends mention another mirror. The story is that all 5 mirrors were used together in a ritual to fend off a huge disaster. Whether this was the calamity or not is not known. It is not known whether the ritual mentioned above is related in any way to the one performed by the Himuro family, but there is the correlation of the mirrors. However, the actual existence of the legendary Holy Mirror, one complete mirror, has not been confirmed, and it is not known what the legend is based on. So is that saying that the Himuro family is... I mean, I think I read something one of these times that tried to pit the Himuro family in the position of protectors, that what they were doing was for a reason. I guess we'll find out later on. But again, though, is it really... Oh! I see a ghost. The woman in the white kimono. Oh no, you're actually a bad person. Never mind. Hold on. Bend the corner. Rocky. Leave. I don't need to be here. Okay. Close it behind me. Typically speaking, I don't like running away from those moments, but I gained nothing from that. All I would be doing is using up my precious film. And if I got hit, I would have to use one of my medicines, so... That is what you call a business decision. Cutscene? I think one more cutscene, and I'll call it there. Oh. The garden lantern in the photo is lit. I put the photo in my file. All right. Oh. That was so fun, actually. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. The story is really starting to take shape. I'm understanding the mechanics of the game. Everything feels nice, it feels right. The atmosphere, the environment. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Can't wait for more. All right. Hope you had a good day. I hope you have a better one tomorrow. I'll see you when I see you. Peace. Peace out.